Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. And yesterday at the Oxford Lords, today in Oxford, really goosebumps. It's going very well, and I really appreciate this wonderful event.
Before I get started with this deeper conversation, firstly a big thank you for, I did get an opportunity to interact with you right at lunch, and thank you for all the compliments. It really boosts us and our morals to take it forward. So as we get started, firstly, Siddharth, a little more about yourself and of course about Enthalpy Asia.
Definitely. So, my name is Siddharth Hasamnis, originally from Mumbai. I heard Mumbai from so many of us. So, starting from Thailand, the establishment of Enthalpy Asia is in Thailand, and now we have offices in Hong Kong and in India also. So, mainly the company is established to solve the problems of air pollution. So, there has to be some awareness and the other practices which should come into the picture. The regulations from the government has to come into the picture. So this company is mainly dealing into the clean air solutions. That's the primary goal. And the other things what we do is of course sustainability and the energy savings.
Wow, that's fantastic. So while we see oxygen is free, it also needs to be non-adulterated. Well, so with that, coming back to the actual question, best ways to make industries sustainable.
Yeah, great question. So sustainability is always, it's like defined or connected with the energy. It's actually not that. So I define sustainability is like it's a practice or it's a discipline. So sustainability can be done across every one of us. It's not only the industry should do or any human has to, anybody like a corporate has to, anybody can do the sustainability. So for example, like here, I could see here, like they are using the daylight. So you don't to use the power, the actual power. Yeah. So this is something called as the model of sustainability. When it comes to sustainability, number one, what we can do is for the industries is the electricity bills, like saving on the electricity, saving on the water, and of course, like monitoring it regularly. And of course, on the manufacturing floors, there can be a automation which can come in place. We had so many conversations on AI and all. The implementation of that into the industries would be definitely have good sustainable practices.
Fantastic. Now coming to another question, which is, what is the industry lacking? I mean, skilled manpower due to brain drain towards IT-enabled services. How should we overcome this? Funding opportunities in spite of having good projects, carbon footprint reduction, and no strict actions from government. So, how do we really plug these loopholes out here?
So actually, if we look at it, industries are lacking skilled labor or skilled manpower. The main reason is it's not. There is no skilled manpower available. It's just that the skilled manpower is going towards the good jobs or the white collar jobs only. So if you really want to differentiate like a white collar and a blue collar job. So why they are not getting attracted towards blue collar is one is the benefits what they get, the hardship what they have to go under with the blue collar jobs, and of course the education right from the college days, right from the education, it has to be inculcated in them or in the student that what is the benefit to get into these kind of industries like the energy sector or the steel or the cement, these kind of industries, and how these industries are going to serve the world. Not only into the IT or IT enabled services where you get the good salaries, good packages and all that. So that's what my feeling is. But the education right from the university level is more important in that. Yeah. Of course, coming to the fundings for these kind of projects, the energy projects, there are funds available in the market, and definitely you have to get into those like venture capitalist kind of companies or the banking. There are products available. Sometimes some projects are not viable or those are kind of very much imaginary projects. where banks will straight away say that no to you. But there are certain good projects like rooftop solar kind of things. There is a subsidy available from the government where definitely the funds are available. Yeah.
So, isn't that really difficult to still make people understand on renewable energy or saving energy? This concept, how difficult it is to really put it across?
Yeah. Actually, if you look at the word renewables, it's very easy to understand, like either solar or hydro or kind of things. But when it comes to the implementation of it, so world is trying to go away from coal to the other kind of energy, which is called as a non-conventional energy sources. That is where the things come into picture, and technological things like the barrier from the technology, like as you rightly said, the barrier from the funding, then the barrier from the education. These are a lot of things, and then it becomes complicated. And if you look at in social media or the websites everywhere, people talk about carbon footprint reduction, sustainability, energy savings, but how deep it is really or getting deep rooted, that we have to find out.
Even to the last mile for the
Yes,
natural process.
exactly.
Well, and my last question, of course, what's in Enthalpy's long-term vision of leading a net zero journey by 2030? Speaking about Southeast Asia region specifically.
So definitely, so entire world, like big companies also looking towards the net zero carbon footprint reduction and all that. So me being into Thailand especially, and then taking towards the Southeast Asia. Number one, what I'm going to look at it is energy as a service, which is a very new concept where the low capital cost, or sometimes there is no capex involved. So there are some companies from Europe, from Singapore, these companies invest into the industries and they try to reduce the pollution, they try to reduce the energy consumption, and of course bring the industry into a sustainability mode. So that is one which we are going to promote heavily, and of course there are some companies which are supporting us for that. Number two is the monitoring systems. Of course, with the help of AI and IT-enabled services, IoTs, we are going to have a lot of emission monitoring systems in place. And we are educating the industries that how these are going to be helpful for you, and of course helpful for the society. Yeah. And the third most important thing is what we are going to do is we have our own inventory setup in Thailand, and we are going to go digital completely across Southeast Asia, whereby we will give fast and quick support for all these air pollution monitoring and controlling equipments. Yeah, whereby in which these industries will not lack of any of these spare parts, or the downtime will not be very high. Yeah, so these are the root causes which we have found out into the industry, and we are going to go aggressive on this.
Thank you so much. So while we talk about sustainability, we talk about saving energy, it has to be right to the basics of each individual and making it more into a way of life. That is more important.
Yes, definitely. And the last but not the least, our vision of Enthalpy Asia is to create a pollution-free environment. And all of us have a right to breathe clean air.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And while leaving the stage, I leave a thank you note from my colleagues in Thailand, in India, and from Hong Kong. And of course, my wife is here with me today. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Siddharth, for joining.